everyone, welcome to Paint Night. My name is Daisy. Before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a recent graduate from Arizona State with a degree in drawing. I also have a lot of experience in painting in all sorts of media, from watercolors to oils to acrylic. This past summer I had the great creative opportunity to travel across the country with my art supplies, painting everywhere I went. Let me show you one of my paintings from the trip. This watercolor painting from Wilson, Kansas is my favorite painting from the entire trip. I painted the whole thing in less than an hour. Here at Paint Night, we're not here to take art too seriously. We're here to have fun, paint, drink and schmooze and laugh and chat, and at the end of the night, we're all going to go home with something to hang on our wall and brag about. Everybody gets a gold star for effort. We're here to be positive, there's no put down, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it on the canvas and feel proud about doing your best. If at any point during the process, your painting doesn't look like this yet, I promise you, by the end of the night, it's all going to come together. I will play music between instructions. When I turn down the music, that's your cue to stop chatting and have all eyes on me. I don't want to repeat my instructions too many times, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you need more paint at any point during the process, feel free to get up and help yourself. You don't have to ask for permission. Also, if you feel like you want to freestyle a little and do something a little different from what I'm doing, go ahead. This is about creativity, not following the rules 100%. Any questions? No? Alright, then let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get this blue sky at the top half of the painting. So what you're going to want to start with is you're going to want to take your blue and your white, and we're going to mix about equal parts, 1 part blue and 1 part white. You're going to mix that up until you have a nice sky blue, and feel free to use a little bit more blue, a little more white. Go ahead with whatever you think looks best. So now that we've got that good shade of blue, we're just going to start with maybe the top third of the painting, the hand where the mountains would start. And just go ahead and paint the entire top portion of the painting. It can be helpful to leave triangle spaces in the sky where the mountains will eventually be. Now that you've got the sky, go ahead and take that same blue and use it to paint a nice long oval where the lake is going to be at the bottom half of the image. It can be as big or as small as you want it to be. The next thing you're going to want to do is take a grain and paint a few long, tall triangles at the bottom of your canvas where the trees in the foreground will be. Feel free to use long, painterly strokes to create the impression of the needles on the trees. Now, if you want to shake things up a little with your trees, you can always mix your grain with blue, yellow, or a different shade of grain so the trees can be slightly different colors. So, once you've got your trees painted, the next thing you're going to want to add to your beautiful painting is the mountain. You're going to want to take a medium-sized brush and mix blue, red, and white to get a nice light purple. And you're going to want to go ahead and start on the mountains, starting with the one that is the farthest away. If you want, you can mix up a little more red or a little more blue with your purple so that each mountain can be a slightly different shade and unique and all on its own. So I'm going to have a slightly redder middle mountain, and believe it or not, I'm going to mix a little bit of green with my darkest red shade of purple to make it a little bit brown, to show that that mountain is the closest forward. And that's it! We're done! Fantastic job, everyone! And that just about wraps it up. Thank you so much for coming out to Paint Night tonight, everybody. I hope that you had a fantastic time. Feel free to call us to book private parties. Also, we want your feedback. We want to know what you want to paint at your next Paint Night. So go ahead and email us with your questions, suggestions, or comments to info@paintnight.com or leave a comment on our Facebook page. Also, don't forget to post your pictures from tonight on your Facebook to tell your friends about what you accomplished tonight. Again, thank you so much for coming out to Paint Night tonight. I hope you had the best time ever.